Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. Um, so yesterday I recorded a video. I got interrupted halfway through by the reminder that I needed to take my cat to the vet. Cat's fine; he just has a little bump on his ear, and I wasn't sure what that was. And the vet said, "Oh, well, let me take a look at it. And you don't need to send me photos; just bring him in." I'm like, okay. So he's fine. He's got some topical medicine to see if it'll go away. It's nothing big, nothing to worry about. But anyway, when I got back, I wanted to test if I could record these videos with by plugging my microphone into the iPad and get it to record my voice that way. And it's possible that that will work, but I tested it out and it doesn't seem to work that way. If I don't have the microphone plugged into my laptop, it will then pick up my voice, but through the laptop's internal microphone instead. And I'd rather have the headset microphone. But while I was doing that, I was messing around with the settings, and then when I went to record, I forgot to reset the settings to the ones that I knew worked, and it didn't get I forgot to turn the microphone back on, so it wasn't recording microphone from the computer. So the second half of my video yesterday, even though I spoke all the way through it, there is no commentary. At some point, if I feel like it, maybe I'll go back and try to redo some commentary, like after the fact, be like, oh, and this is what I was doing here, kind of thing. But I was having some trouble, when you just can't quite pronounce words right, and I had something, it felt like something was stuck in my throat, so I was clearing my throat a little bit in the video, and then I'm not super upset that that didn't actually save, to put it shortly. So anyway, that happened, and let's go and do a little bit more today. So another thing I did, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do any recording today because my spouse is using my computer for her work because her computer crapped out on her. But I did go through this morning, and turns out it didn't save anything that I did after that battle, after the first time I saved yesterday. So I went through and recruited a character that you probably saw but didn't hear me explain, and turns out even though I went and hit save, I'm 95% sure I did, it didn't save that. So this morning I went through and re-recruited Rack, which took me a lot longer to find a Sagittarius zodiac sign, but they have a really good Brave for starting off here. And I went through and I maxed out equipment for people. And also I recruited another friend, Cold Run, who's one of my inspirations for trying this series in the first place. And his only preference was that he thought maybe it would be fun to go down the magic route with his character. So I went ahead and grabbed a guy recruit, and he's got first one up, 62 Brave, fantastic. 64 Faith, really good if I'm going to go for a mage. So he's going to start as a chemist. I already changed his job because I fired my other chemists. So he'll be my main healing support for the time being. Again, if anybody wants to join in, wrong. I'm still getting used to the touch screen controls. Demeta seems really great if you just want to keep her as your stand-in. That would be fine. If you want me to recruit somebody specifically for you, I don't long-term plan to keep Orwin and Simon. So if you want me to, I can put you in and just stop using those two. I'm not going to fire them just yet because I'm organizationally, the characters get assigned a number when they are recruited based on the next open number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if I fire, say, Simon and then hire somebody, the new hire will come in at the number 3 spot instead of the number 7 spot. I think in the original version you could have a party of up to 16, and there are other special characters that will be joining us later. And I think in this version it's 24 total characters I can get. So, what am I saying? I've got room. There's special characters, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8 bonus optional characters, 9, 10. There's probably 10, maybe 11 or 12 special characters. I'm not going to use all of them. I mean, I will use all of them at least once, just to show them off a little bit, but I'm not going to use all of them regularly. The regular group will probably be Rack and Cold Run and Ramza, and then a couple other characters that I really like, special characters later on. But it's absolutely great if you want to join. I would welcome the chance to have more friends represented, and I like level grinding in this game, so I'm not going to do it on camera. I will do it off camera, and then I'll tell you what I did, because level grinding is... I'll show you what level grinding looks like once I get to the point where I want to start doing it, and then I'm not going to do it on camera anymore, because I just feel like that would probably be boring. And I'm having a little trouble right now even doing stuff while also talking. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. But, so yeah, if you do want to join, leave me a comment, or if you're one of my personal friends, contact me another way. That's whatever's fine. I can pick a name, I can choose whether it's a man or a woman, I can go for a specific zodiac sign. If you let me know if you think your character should be magic or physical based, I can aim for a higher brave or faith, depending. And that's basically it. So, today we will do our first move on the map to the Mandalia Plain. Time to get started. Oh, right. I almost always forget when I'm doing this. We get this cutscene first. Barbaneth Beowulf, a great hero in his own right, who had attained the distinguished title of Knight Gallant, approaches the hour of his death. The Beowulf Manse, the waning of the 50 Years' War. What news of the war? Knight Zalbag Beowulf. The order has struck a great blow. Limberry is ours once more. We will be able to recall our forces in Zeltenia anon. All goes as planned, Lord Father. Be not troubled. Lord Dysadark Beowulf. The envoy dispatched to advocate Linario has returned. He has agreed to your proposal, Lord Father. Good. Very good. Then the war will die with me. Father. Alma. There now, Alma. Do you want my last memory to be of your tears? Where is that Ramza? He should be here at your side. Dysadarg, Zalbag, you are dear to me, but Ramza is no less so. Though he is not the issue of the womb that bore you, my sons, still my blood courses his veins. Watch after him. Lord Father! You forget yourself, Ramza. You have come. Good. Let me look once more on your face. Lord Father, how long has it been? You've grown into a fine young man. I would hear of your studies. You've been at the Academy since spring, is it? Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. I did not know that if I accidentally hold down on the OK button, it will skip all the dialogue. Oh well. You will know the path you must walk. A Baelv can walk no other. I will not fail you, Father. Your friend, Delita. He is a good boy. He is low-born, but he can serve you well. I've made arrangements for him to enter the Academy. You should have seen the look on the headmaster's face. In the years ahead, you will need someone whom you can trust. You could do far worse than Delita. As you say, Father. Take care of your sister. And show these brothers of yours what it is to be a knight. Memories. Now we're going to go to the Mandalia Plains. So when the dot's red like that, it's an automatic fight. Alright, so Cold Run, Demeta, because you're pretty awesome, and Rack. And today we only have 4 positions on the squad, so this is all I got. Sorry, Orwin and Simon. Oh well. Mandalia Plain. The map I am most familiar with. You'll see why. Looks like this one's still alive. What do we do with him? What do you think we do with him? Right then. Your luck's run out, knave, if ever you had any. Blast! One of the Order's patrols. The Corpse Brigade? And they've a hostage in their midst. So, I have 2 options here. 1, our first duty is to defeat the brigade, and 2, we must rescue their captive. So, obviously, being me, if you know me, and if you're new to this channel, and to me you don't, but when I came through the first couple times, I obviously picked number 2, we must rescue their captive. It does make the fight a little bit harder, because you have to keep the captive alive, and he's not the smartest AI. But the first option makes the fight easier, because it doesn't matter if he goes down. He just counts as a guest. He can't die permanently. Guests cannot, like Delita, cannot die permanently. They'll never crystallize, as they say. But at one point, I was doing a playthrough with a guide, and the guide says, oh yeah, and if you do your number 1, everybody in the squad gets a plus 10 brave for the fight. And every 4 brave that you get during a fight translates to 1 permanent brave increase. So I've been going with 1 ever since. It's really nice that way, to get the extra brave. There are other ways to raise your brave later on with certain abilities. It's not super difficult, but it is time consuming. So getting a little boost here. And I feel like right now, option 1 is actually really in character for Ramza, who he is right now. He's trying to prove himself as a knight. He's from a really highborn family, and wouldn't necessarily be prioritizing the other person right now. And the fact that that changes over the course of the story for Ramza is one of the reasons I quite like Ramza. So, there we go. Our first duty is to defeat the brigade. The enemy stands before us. Attack! Oh, there is one minor change in the story in that, like, I think one line of dialogue later changes based on your choice here. So, there's that. Not enough for me to not to give up the brave, though. You would stand by and watch as they kill an innocent? I hadn't planned on giving them the chance, had you? I would save him myself if it came to that. Yeah, I think if I renamed Ramza as myself, I would still go with Rescue the Captive, just because, I mean, that's what I would try, but sometimes it's interesting, if difficult, to roleplay another character. So, the captive is named Argoth. Reinforcements, and none too soon. So, I've always enjoyed the fact that the enemies are named. Like, it's 4 squires, a thief, and a red panther over there. But they all have individual names. Not that I can read them with how fast the messages are going right now when it's their turn, but... Alright, so... let's see here. Yes. We'll do that. Oh, and I gave everybody on the squad items as a secondary. So everybody can at least use potions, and anybody who could afford it can also use Phoenix Downs. So there's that. That's also good for me. That said, Rack, your first time out. Rack does not yet know any fundaments. Yes, he's 78 bravery. They had 68 earlier. When we come out of this, they'll have 70 total permanently. So, Potion Phoenix down. It was nice that the newbies got enough to learn that sort of thing. Alright, Cold Run. You're going to stand in the back. Cold Run also does not know any fundaments, so his only action ability is items. But that's okay, that's the main reason he's here anyway. Chemists, by the way, are very slow in movement. They're very not maneuverable. Everybody else, the squires can all move 4. Chemists can only move 3. Argoth, there was a wounded guy over there. You could have finished. You have 20 health. What are you doing? What are you doing? See, this is why it's a really hard fight if you're trying to rescue him. I can't remember. It's been a while, but I think if he goes down at all, you fail if you're trying to keep him alive. So, I must help the Marquis. Or Marquis. I'm never sure how to say that word. So, probably the actually most dangerous enemy here is the Red Panther here. But I can reach him, but I want him to come a little forward so I can try surrounding him. So, first, I'm going to take a swing at this guy. So I did go in options and turn off the prompts in the fights. And it seems to have worked, although now I'm not getting any prompts, which means occasionally it's leaving me at like a blank screen. Oh, Lord. And I'm not entirely sure what to do. I'm gonna forget to do stuff sometimes. Didn't you have stone? He has 7 hit points. This one has 5 hit points. Alright, Demeta, that guy's your target. Go get him. See, right there. It's gonna throw me quite a bit, not having that little reminder. I might turn them back on again and see if that extra reminder... Oh yeah, you took him out! That extra reminder thing keeps showing up. I mean, that's a choice, Delita. Sure. You could have hit him with your sword. Oh, goodness. And he hits only 12. I guess that squire right there is probably the more dangerous one. Alright. Cold Run, time to start earning your pay. I'm not paying you. I paid the finder's fee and that's it. I assume somebody's paying these people. Leave Rack alone. You guys. Alright. So, one of the reasons the Panther is particularly dangerous is, unlike the enemies, see by its portrait it has the little reverse check mark that's a reaction ability, and it says counter. You're less likely to get these... Geez, my throat is really getting to me. I'm talking too much already. If you attack them from behind, and slightly less from the sides. And again, their bravery plays into it. But there's a chance that the Panther can just be like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you after you hit me, and then go and hit you again. So it's really dangerous at this point in the game. See, I love ranged abilities. Come on, don't miss, don't miss! Ah, you missed. Oh well. Good try, Demeta. Delita, do you mind, like, using a sword sometimes? You have one. I'm pretty sure you have one. Shoot. Ah, boo! No leveling up of my people. Ow. Okay, if you move there... not quite. Okay. Well, heal thyself, chemist. So everybody's earning JP job points, JP, as well as experience. Ramza, I was able to learn the support ability. I forget. I think of it as gained JP up, but it might actually be called something different. So he's going to be getting 18 job points there instead of like the 10 or 11 other people are getting. Let's see. I think I'd rather have you use an item as well, Rack. And one of the tricks in this game is that you get like 1/10 of the job points that other people get in their jobs, as well as the full job points you get for yours, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but basically what it boils down to sorry, I have to get some water, is I think it's 1/10. I could be wrong. So Demeta hits this guy. She gets her 10 experience and 12 job points. So everybody else from that is getting like 1 Squire job point. Again, the numbers could be wrong. See, deleted 24 damage. But so that's a good way to so having Cold Run here as a chemist, everybody else is squires, so he's still going to be getting a decent amount of squire job points. And so that's going to help, because I want everybody to get the gained JP up ability, or whatever they call it in this version. No, don't. So I might have just accidentally given away how you can grind for job points and abilities. It's by attacking your own people. And then healing them. And then attacking them. And then healing them. It's... Basically, you get this one... I would get that 1 squire in the corner. I'd get 1 enemy down to that point. Maybe I'll just demonstrate that in this fight. I've got a few minutes. And then everybody else just starts hitting each other and healing each other. Well, I probably shouldn't do it yet, actually, because I don't have the money to... Oh, damn it. I don't have the money for enough for the potions right now. But... actually... no. Alright. Just hit him. So I think I was complaining about this a little bit in the video yesterday, that it didn't save. Man, if I'd been smart, I would have moved Demeta out of the way, and then Delita could have gotten in there. Ooh, treasure chest. Somebody go get that. Fast. Oh, the other reason I can't just do it now is there's guests, and the guests will go kill that guy. I can't stop Delita from killing the last wounded guy. In random battles where the guests don't join us, I can. I bet Argot's about to go down. Yeah, that was a waste of a Phoenix down. Oh well. It's going to take me a bit to get back into the swing of this, I guess. Phoenix downs are expensive. It's the only one I'm giving you, Argoth. So you notice how he has the stars over his head? That means he's not going to count down and turn into crystal at all. Unlike the rest of these poor saps. Oh yeah, the thing I was complaining about yesterday that I don't think got recorded is that there is a slight gender difference programmed into the game, which I wish they didn't have, which is the women have a slightly higher magic and MP growth rate than the men, and the men have a higher physical attack rate and HP growth. I just feel like it was slightly unnecessary to do that. I mean, everybody here is trained soldiers in this chosen field or whatever. I feel like anybody should be able to do well at whatever because they're video game characters. But oh well. Probably shouldn't have moved. He could have given somebody else a potion, probably. But I'm not going to kill him until I get that treasure chest. Because unlike in other games that I've played, just because the enemy has dropped a treasure chest doesn't mean I get what's in it at the end of the fight unless I pick it up during this fight. So you have to go stand on it, and then you pick up a broadsword. That's great. Because the other slight complaint I have is that the women's squires start with daggers and the men's squires start with broadswords, and that just feels a little unfair to me. You have to spend more money getting the women up to snuff. Not too bad, obviously, but if I have a complaint about this game, that's what it is. Also, one other complaint, but that's about charge times, so we'll get to that when I have those. He yet draws breath. Let us go to his aid. I think this was the first officially a Final Fantasy game that Uematsu did not do the music for. I still like it. Actually, quite like a lot of the music. My name is Argath, a knight in His Excellency the Marquis of Elmdor de Limberry's household. A knight, you say? I couldn't have told. Well, truth be told, I am a knight apprentice, as are you, if I'm not far mistaken. A fellow knight in training, then. I am Ramza Beov, and this is Delita Hyrule, my best friend. Beov? You're not of the Beovs of the Order of the Northern Sky, are you? What fantastic luck! A blessing in the midst of disaster. What? The Order can help me rescue the Marquis. I must! The Marquis is held captive? I'm going to go with that pronunciation. They took him hostage, yes, but he still lives. We must act quickly if he is to remain so. Should he be killed, I will lose everything. You simply must help me. Please, I beg you. Calm yourself. Who's to say your Marquis is to be killed anyway? The Corpse Brigade would not take a man alive, save there were value in keeping him so. Of that you can be sure. There's little the three of us can do to help in any case. If the Marquis was taken hostage, Eagrose will be in an uproar. You can be sure of that, too. Then, before all else, we will report into Eagrose. Are we agreed? Agreed. We'll start there. I can't, assign characters' voices because I'm never going to remember what those voices are. So, let's see. Just about time for me to call it. But, before that, I want to go through a little bit with abilities. See what Ramza can learn. Thank God he can learn Stone. So, Stone is my first choice because it's ranged. And also, I like to leave Ramza's Squire so he can master the job, get every ability, basically. Move +1 is great as well. At this point in the game, Focus is also another good one, and Tailwind is fantastic. Boosts an ally's speed. You can Tailwind somebody, Ramza can Tailwind himself in one of the the solo fights. My strategy is to run away and Tailwind until I'm taking 3 to 5 turns for every one of the enemy's turns. It's hilarious, and you will definitely see me do that later on when we get there. But Ramza, the game has multiple chapters. This chapter is prequel, essentially flashback chapter, and then there are going to be 3 more chapters, and Ramza will unlock 1 new ability for each chapter, So I like to have him maxed out on Squire because some of his abilities like Tailwind are really good. Let's see, he can learn Antidote is going to be good. That Red Panther did not demonstrate it, but they can poison us, so I want to be able to use antidotes. And then Parry is the first reaction ability I like to get, but somebody has to be a knight. He doesn't quite have the JP to starting off with. Archers are okay. Here's where my first complaints about charge time comes in. You'll see that if I magic spells and a lot of this kind of ability, the aim abilities, don't go off instantly. They take a few turns, and that makes it rather difficult to plan when to use them, unless you're keeping really close eye on the turn order, and they don't make the turn order super easy to access in this game. You can. I'm not sure how to do it on the iPad, but I'll have to figure it out because it's important. All right. Cold Run. Oh goodness, you make my day. You got just enough to get JP boost. Fantastic. Chemist, I don't think anything costs less than... yeah. Yeah, so didn't do enough to earn enough chemist points, but now he can do JP boost. That's what they call it. I think in the original it was gained JP up, and that's what I think of it as, but it's not. It's JP boost. Not quite there. So I always want to go. I always go for that first because it makes everything else easier to get. But you have unlocked White Mage and Black Mage. So if I wanted to, I could send you towards magery. I apologize, it sounds like my audio is cutting in and out. As I said, it's an artifact of the recording process for getting it off my iPad, so... unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I should say, I'm doing this on my iPad and not my iPhone, because the screen is bigger. My fingers do not like playing this kind of game on the small phone screen, even now that they're bigger. Like when it was an iPhone 6, it was terrible. It's still not great on an iPhone 8. My fingers are just big. It's hard for me to be precise when tapping things, so... Rack. Also wonderful. Yes. This is fantastic. See, the other nice thing about recruiting characters to start with is that I have a bit more control over what they learn. See, I can remember stuff. Yeah, I gave him throw stone because he needs some range stuff. I'm not sure. I will probably switch Delita to Knight at some point in the near future. He's a guest, so it's not as important to get him all the job points. I'm gonna steal your longsword and your battle boots, Argus, in a bit. Nothing. Okay. Longsword. No, you get a broadsword. So the longsword is better. Let's see, it's -1 power, -5 accuracy, I think. And battle boots give you move +1. Ramza comes with battle boots, which is why he can move so far. Yeah, you don't get those anymore. Actually, Coldrun gets those. So he can keep up. And Rack is going to get the longsword so that they can keep up the damage output. And that's going to be it for me. That's one good fight. Hopefully it recorded my voice today, because I'm not I mean, I guess I could redo the whole 40-minute session here, but I don't really want to. So, and now I can't, because I saved over it. Shoot. I need to remember to use more save slots. I'm not used to doing that with this game. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.